basically just the intro and outro.
But it works. It works wonderful, doesn't it? It's just...
It's one of those things, it's as I say, I've never sort of sat down and thought, I'll write this, I'm going to write that, or do this, do that. It just happens, or it doesn't, and that just happened one day. And it remained in my brain, so it's become a...
Well, thank goodness for that.
Well, it's turned out to be quite a good intro and outro to a couple of other tracks I do on my solo gigs. So it's a good little intro outro.
Well, it to some degree, it could fit into any song to some degree. It just blends into it. Crossfade great.
It helps if it goes into a song in the key of A.
Yeah. Well, yes, yeah. No, he's going into an F, is it, or D minor?
Well, it might work. Have to try it.
Well, yeah, you have to try that now. Yeah.
I'll give it a blast.
Give it a whirl. Now, I chose Symphony No. 3, the third movement, and Romeo and Juliet, and Minuet, and followed by Elegy. Now, great selection that people were educating people in classical music. Well done, you.
Oh, what? Who?
Playing this classical music, introducing, people to the classical music style and flavour, and and it must be quite interesting for people who are normally used to your rock music, aren't they?
Well, I should imagine there's a certain amount of horrified people around as well.
No, surely no.
A friend of ours who only knows me has been a rock guitarist from that HAWKWIND outfit. I mean, it was he actually purchased a copy of it, and he's a bit of a cockney type.
I wonder where he get out from.
Of Italian origins.
Hello.
What's all this about it?
Well, I can hear a voice in the background. There's the...
What did he say?
Don't give up the rock music.
Don't give up the rock music,
No. Well, just not to blend few things together, like, isn't it? Just to educate the people, isn't it, like, mate?
I was a bit worried about doing it, because I'm obviously not sort of Breamite or whatever else, but I do love and respect the old classical stuff, and there's so many incredible melodies there. It's a shame I didn't have longer to mill over the whole thing and longer to actually do it, because there's so many pieces I'd like to have done.
I bet. Yeah.
But it would have taken, give me another 10 years of getting them down to a T and stuff, As it is, they're not down to a T, and they're fairly simple. Most of them are fairly simple pieces, but it's just, I do like the classical stuff, and if there's a couple of kids out there that have never listened to it before, that might inspire them.
Yeah, indeed.
All hail to that,
Oh, indeed. What I'll do is I'll just push up Elegy, so all the little kids out there can hear and think, oh, I want to play like you. So there we go. Just stay with us, you.
Aye.
Fingers squeaking on the strings, isn't it, Lou?
No, or vice versa.
That shows it's a proper classical type guitar, and I love to hear that sound.
That was a new classic.
Was it?
It's quite. It's a very nice new. I had to buy a new one because my classical guitar was actually in France, where we had a little hobble for a short period.
Yeah,
it was cheap. It was cheap to buy one here and travel over there and get my one and bring it back. So we had to buy one here. Didn't have enough time to go and get it over. So
dear, oh dear.
it's a nice little guitar, though.
It is indeed. Now, I think the next track up is "I'm a Poor Wayfaring Stranger." Now, where did that title come from?
It came from a book.
Ah, there you go. You read books as well, you know.
I read the dots, you see, so I'm not actually, I vaguely remember it from somewhere in my distant past.
Reader's Digest or something, you know.
I just sort of, something like that, and I just sort of read it out of a book of classical music. Oh, that's a nice piece, I'll write that on there.
Now, are you sort of planning to go on tour at all with these albums, or whatever, Hugh? What's the future got for you there, mate?
Well, as far as I know, that there are the odd gigs in summertime.
Right.
We're in the process of moving abodes yet again.
Not again.
Yes, again. Due to my little gypsy lady here.
Well, why don't you just live in a caravan like really they do, you know?
The thought has struck one's mind, but there wouldn't be enough room for all my gear and the missus' role, you know.
Oh, bless her. You should. Can I have a quick word to say hello to her?
Oh, you most certainly can.
I'll
pass the dog over to you.
Pass the dog and bone. That's the dog and bone, mate.
Here she blows.
Draw by me. Thank you, Governor.
Hello, Terry.
Hello, Marion. Has he been telling all a load of porky pies, has he? You know. Oh, there you go, coffee dog.
Actually, excuse me, no, he usually tells the truth, and only the truth, but sometimes it's nice to be a bit coloured.
Yes. Oh, I like that word, yes. Coloured, yes. Yeah, I like that. What about this in your gypsy roots? I didn't realise you had some gypsy roots.
I know.
Is that metaphorically speaking, or literally?
Metaphorically, honestly. No, I don't know. I always like to move on. And wherever we are, I don't know. It's not that I think there's something better. Yeah. I just think it's time and circumstance, really. Yeah. We've moved probably 16 times in our lives.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's every 5 years or something.
It is. Well, yeah, probably more, actually. But, yeah, no, it's usually to do with work or...
oh, I see, yes. Yeah.
Or children's illnesses or suicide or... But generally it's work.
Too much work, no play.
Too much work. We always have to go where the work is. Or I've always said Hugh's the gypsy, not me.
Well, when he had longer hair, he looked like a gypsy, probably. I don't know.
His hair's very long now.
Is it? Oh.
It's back to being very long. Yes, it needs cutting.
Oh, that means he's shadowing his face again, is he?
Yes, can't do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that.
No, shouldn't do that.
Well, look, I mean, obviously, run his run the CD or the fan website, don't you?
Yeah.
Any information on that you can give before I get the old guy back on again? Can they get hold of the CDs through you?
Yes,
or what?
hard glass certainly can be ordered through